Now you say this happened on Father's Day?
It happened, yes, Father's Day, 2009.
What precipitated it? Do you know, or?
No reason. He just drank all day long, got angry for no reason, picked a fight, decided I was bad. I was not supporting him because I didn't want to go to another neighbor's house to drink more alcohol because I could see the warning signs. The way I dealt with it in the past was, okay, I could see when it was coming. He had a very distinct look in his eye. When he'd had too much, it would click and I could see it. So my way was, okay, take my daughter, we're going to go to bed, we're going to go get out of the environment, let him just do what he had to do, because there was no stopping him when he got to that point. On this particular day, he decided that he wanted to go to a neighbor's house they were going to continue to have a party after our party was over, and I said, no, I've had a long day, we've been out in the sun all day long. We live in a place where it was 105 degrees during the day, and I'd had 15 little kids, and I'm a planner by nature, so I'd spent days getting this party ready for my daughter, and I could just see it was going to get ugly, so I said, no, I don't really want to go, I don't want to go. And it turned into, you're not supporting me, you need to go and support me, and I said, no, really, I really don't want to go. And it got ugly really fast. I got thrown against a wall. My thumb got broken. I was able to get away, and I went upstairs in part of our house. And my daughter was not there, but we have windows. If you look out our windows, you can see into their house, and if they look out their windows, they can see into ours. My daughter and her friends were up in their playroom and saw him chasing me through the house. At one point, we ended up back downstairs. I was trying to get away, and he had thrown me over a bar stool, and I had kind of landed on my side, and I looked up over my right shoulder, and he had his fist raised. And I've never seen such a mean look in my entire life. This is the monster I see in my head. By the grace of God, I turned to my left and got away. Had I not gotten out of the way, this man would have killed me. He had no remorse. He did not care. His whole entire purpose at that moment was to hurt me. I got up and got away and called the police. The police came, guns blazing. The whole neighborhood saw. It was lovely. But they took him away. But as he was sitting in the back seat of the police car, the police saw it. It's probably in the police record. He said, I will kill you. At that moment, he didn't care who I was. He didn't care who saw. His whole purpose at that moment was just to hurt me.
Now, you said you don't even know if he doesn't remember this at all.
He claims he doesn't remember.
And you knew that he had been drinking and...
He had been drinking all day long.
And taking his medications.
At that point, he was not on medication.
Oh,
This was before he went and got help for PTSD, before he'd been diagnosed with anything. This was just plain alcohol.
Okay. But a lot of it.
A lot of it. In a big, bad way.
Right.
So, as you're talking about this, you said that you don't have an idea what those service members go through in Afghanistan or Iraq. But what you just described is what they go through. Because what just happened to you is the same kind of life and death event that causes post-traumatic stress disorder.
And had I not gotten out of the way,
Yeah.
I probably would not be here today.
Right. So you do understand some of that. Now, having had that experience, are you okay? Do we need to tap before we go on?
I'm okay. It just that takes me to a very raw place.
But
Right.
actually what Bob said for all of us to understand is, especially in Iraq and Afghanistan, one day they go to a home that they think is a friendly home that's been helping them out with pointing out Taliban or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The next day they go there and they're ambushed and they're at the thought of losing their life.
And I can completely relate to just get out of there, just get to a safe place,
Yeah.
just get safe. And
So we've heard that from the military member as well. So what Bob's saying is you did really experience very similar to what they experienced. 1 minute's a safe environment, next minute that safe.
My life
person-
changed in an instant.
Right.
And how would you say it's changed?
My life has gotten so bad, so fast, that I can't deal with it all. I just can't cope with it all.
And that again is what happens with post-traumatic stress, is that it's like, it's a click.
And I feel it. Somebody asked me to describe how I felt at that moment. It's like when you have a rubber band and you pull and you pull and pull, and it can only give so far, and then you start to see it give, and then it snaps.
Yes.
I felt that snap.
Yes. Okay. So, right now, you felt that snap. Okay. And do you feel like you've begun to heal from it, or does it feel like that you're never coming back?
There are days where I feel like I handle it better than others, but it's still very, very raw. And because he is still geographically right here, when I see him, it makes it come screeching back.
Okay. Now, how's your breathing right now? Are you in your body? Are you in the room with us?
I'm in the room.
Okay. You're in the room.
I am
Are you
in the room.
Body?
Yes, I'm in my body. I'm breathing.
Okay. If it gets to be too much, we tap a little more.
Okay.
But this is great stuff, what you're saying, in terms of explaining what it's like to be there, because I've never been there, and I think most people who live the kind of blessed life that we live here in America haven't ever been there either. So I think for them to understand in these terms is very important. So you're saying that the rubber band snapped, and
It
you
did. I
come
can't
back.
even tell you. But you know, you hear that ping, and I feel like I live that ping when I think about what happened to me. And a lot of it is that when I close my eyes at night, sometimes even during the day, I feel myself, because I spun this, ironically, when I got away from him, I went to the left. I feel myself wanting to go to the left.
No, but that's the body learned something in that moment.
I want to go to the left to get away, you know. And I don't know why that happens, but, you know, I've been trying to, you know, through therapy, you know, try to evaluate why I react to certain things, or how I react to certain things, and how to cope with some of the things that I'm going through, you know.
It's important to try to make sense out of this.
And how I got to where I am has been very enlightening.